So I have a bug in my shorts. People should not be calling a food item that does not meet the criteria of bread. Context, I saw a woman on the gram making bread out of pork rinds, cottage cheese, a whole lot of butter, and eggs. Points for creativity, but that's not bread. Bread, by definition, is a food that contains flour, water, yeast, or another leavening agent. However, what this woman made is more like a savory custard/crustless quiche. When you have a food item that's centered around milk, cream, or cheese, or blended cottage cheese, and then cooked with eggs, that's a custard. Adding pulverized pork rinds, which are fat and protein-based, would obviously make this a savory custard like you would find in a quiche. Now, I'm fine if somebody is using a quiche for their bread, but it still doesn't make it bread. It's like when Paul Saladino was eating his animal-based pasta when it was clearly a vegetable. Just because you refuse to eat the actual thing, like the pasta or the bread, doesn't mean that your substitution automatically becomes a thing. Quiche doesn't turn into bread just because you want it to. It doesn't mean it's bad, doesn't mean you can't eat it, but it's still a quiche. Why are we nitpicking this? Because the animal-based pasta was a plant, and the inability to admit to millions of people that you now eat plants is a glaring problem. And verbiage regarding food matters. Telling somebody, hey, you get this great bread on a carnivore diet versus you can make your sandwich with quiche or a custard, those sound very different. And one tells you what you want to hear, and one describes what the food actually is. Does it sound as appetizing? Probably not. So see how this matters a little bit? I don't know if you think I'm being ridiculous. Tell me in the comments. Okay, bye.